I am happy to be invited to be associated with Mr. Anil Xavier's most innovative idea of community mediation centers. Anil is remarkable in his resourcefulness in developing ideas which can provide an effective alternative to our exhausted and trying judicial system, which has not been able to provide speedy justice. The importance of this community concept in resolving disputes is that an account of various factors, economic, social and political, the civil society is fractured and is fragmented and consists of groups which seem to be in perpetual conflict with each other. Inside each group there is so much of discontent, there is so much of frustration, anxiety, belligerence, alienation, antagonism within the members of the society. This is the result of perhaps state not providing a just and a meaningful solution to problems of the citizenry. There is so much of bitterness, inequality, and this, in a non-trivial sense, is the root cause of many of the misunderstandings within the community, within the families, within groups of religious and ethnic, religious and social groups. It is said that when nuclear interaction becomes intense, it attains what is called a critical mass. Then there is the result of such critical mass is that there is an unleashment of chain reaction. Similarly, if 30% and more of the citizenry lose faith in the sense of justice of their society and sense of justice of the government, there is what may be described as a negative social critical mass, which will produce an air of cynicism. Cynicism is not a tool of reconstruction. Cynicism is a tool of destruction. To small conflicts escalate into big fights, civil litigation, and sometimes culminating in criminal litigation. All this could be solved by a civilized attempt of people understanding each other and providing solutions to their own problems. It is said that the amount of time we are prepared to waste in hearing each other out is the very essence of public democratic discourse. I think the way many disputes could be sorted out if the antagonists or the parties to a dispute can sit together in the presence of a counsellor, and if they are not able to solve the entire issue, at least they can allay the tensions between them. They can address the problem which vexes them in an atmosphere of friendliness, to bring about a friendliness. That's the very purpose of organizing human society. And the idea of a community mediation is to bring people together, make them become friends again, and if possible sort out their issues, but in any event not escalate their fights. This is a very civilized idea, and I think any civilized society must welcome it. And I predict a great future for this movement, not only as a dispute resolution mechanism, but as a social tool for greater happiness in society, greater happiness in the families, greater happiness in the way in which we engage ourselves in business and professions. And I admire Mr. Anil Xavier for the inexhaustible resourcefulness he has in providing solutions to many of our social ills. Thank you very much for inviting me.